these little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. Give to the running back. All over him immediately.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on 3rd down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. This quarterback part of their running game. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this, that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense...
And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. And the Owls have this offense rolling. On the run, it's Cabell. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run him again. He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
And that hurts missing that field goal, especially when you're going up against a defense like this. One of the best in the entire country. You have got to be able to come away with points when you have opportunities.
First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete. They don't need a bunch on 2nd down. Quick give. It's Miller. Breaks into the open. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The Monarchs moving quickly to the line. Wants to throw one first. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. It's picked off, and that's number 10. He was looking for one to return that, but he'll just hand it to the offense. They'll take over at the 18.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Back to throw, it's Collins. Still looking. On the move, he fires. Out by the left, it's Robert. Finally get to him. One big play to get it up near midfield. Now they're in business at the 47. Drops back on first down. He tosses one high and deep down the that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Wide receiver going in motion. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Really nice job by the quarterback. Hey, a lot of quarterbacks want to cover. They want to drop back. They're not really about that life. They don't want to be the tackling kind of guy. They're like, we're going to leave that to the linebackers. That dude committed, came up, made a nice tackle.
Here comes the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target. You can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. And the Monarchs will call on their punt team. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. The Owls offense comes out ready to go to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
They give it back to it. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He stopped, and he's got enough to move the chain. He saw that blitz coming, and the way to get out of it is find the tight end.
Yeah, how quick did he see that, too? Sees the blitz, understands this is a matchup where I got my big tight end, the big fella I trust. I'm going to find that matchup.
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
The Owls trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. He's changing the play. To throw, it's Collins. Escapes the pressure to his right. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble, but couldn't create anything there.
Well, that's disappointing for the offense, because that's a play that you rep all week long in practice. You should be able to hit that one no problem. And the QB receiver couldn't come up with a completion.
On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Showing the arm strength down the left side.
Coaches look at this stat every single football game. How do you execute on third down? And a lot of times, man, it's about being in position and making plays, and that's exactly what he did. The right spot, breaking on the football, being physical, setting the tone in this football game.
Sends his first one of the day on the way. We didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on 1 time. The Monarchs send out the offense to go to work. Things haven't gone exactly the way they drew it up. Turnover, punt, and now they have it back. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
This is obviously not a great start for his quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. stride. Throws to the wideout. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there with the tip, but couldn't reel it in. Long way to go on second down. Running inside. It's Jackson. Brought down.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit out, sir.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. Working the middle.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like...
Wide open spaces. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, ODU.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear, with his speed, he was gone.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And they finished it off on the ground with a 58-yarder for 6. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Throwing, Williams. He's going to take off. Trying to buy a little time, and he cannot, but he does get it back closer to the line of scrimmage.
And it's such an advantage for this defense to have an outside linebacker like that can rush the passer because they can set the edge. They can get off the ball, and they're just way too fast for tight ends or for offensive tackles to get out and block them.
Sets his feet. It's Collins. Out wide, it's Washington. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Just going to keep it after the snap. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chain.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
Fresh center downs going to the air. He's going to run it. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. At the end of the quarter, it's Kennesaw State on top. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we played one period. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Got a little space. Hit and stop right there, not much on that pickup.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Looking to throw, it's Collins. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a 4th down.
Really nice job by the defense, playing aggressive, understanding it could be a running situation, but still playing disciplined enough to play the pass and be successful on that 3rd and short.
Kind of in that in-between spot here. Long field goal, can't really punt it from here, so they'll try to convert on 4th down. Makes the grab. They'll knock him down, but he moves the sticks, and the 4th down decision pays off big time.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Finds just enough room to pick up a couple down to the 26.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
That side is missing. Defense makes a stop with the chains moving. It's 1st and goal from the 8. And the Owls come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. A 1st down run in the red zone. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
Sells to fake. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And that's what I like most about this defense. When you try to take shots and make big plays, they get to the quarterback. They get him on the ground, their 3rd sack of the day. And this is a unit that ranks in the top 10 in sacks in the country.
And how big is that earlier sack now as they try to get it in the end zone here? And the 3rd down pass is knocked away by the D.
What an awesome job in coverage there. Critical 3rd down, deep in their own end. They're able to break on the ball, swat it away, and now you set up 4th.
Didn't make him sweat it all. It's good. And now the lead's extended a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return.
First downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on 1st down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Right side, it's Miller. Turning it on. He's at the 40, the 30, the 20, 10. Touchdown, Old Dominion. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
If I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Deep in the end zone, it's Hawkins. He only needs a sliver of daylight. This guy is so dangerous. He excellent vision to find the lane and get it out and set up the offense.
careful. And I think they'll take that.
Fires the pass, intercepted. Got room at the 35. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
It's really hard when that quarterback gets outside the pocket because it cuts off half of the field. Once he starts to roll out, everybody starts to sprint to the other side of the field. You know you're not going to throw it across your body going to the right. Great job by the defense closing it off and making the interception.
This guy really has been a bell cow for his offense in this game. They are force-feeding him the football, and he's delivered. Now, after that last run, he's right at 100 yards rushing.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Kept it on the ground, now they'll throw. That one just came off his hand badly.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. You got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field. That's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He wants it all. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
This is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
No good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal, miss, make, great. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Scanning the field, it's Collins. He'll try to do it himself. Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2, and man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire.
Well, this defense is not going to be patient with this quarterback. They know that they have to affect him, and they have to dictate to him. So that time, they send the blitz. They're not even giving him an opportunity to sit back there and peruse the field. They flush him out. They're able to rally him, get him down to the ground. I like the aggressive nature of the defense here.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Oh, he makes the play, it's intercepted. Not much on that return, but I think they'll let him slide after making that pick, and they'll have it at the 20. Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. A blown opportunity, missing that short field goal on the last drive, and now they'll try to put something on the board here. They bring him down behind the line of scrimmage, and now he'll have to go back to work to get over 100 yards again for the day. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to throw, and they need a bunch. Turns it upfield.
Slant routes. They're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage, too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, we'll take that throw all day.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Snapped it, and he has to have it. And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense.
And I tell you what, I can justify when it's really short. When it's 4th and medium on your side of the territory, man, that success rate continues to plummet down. And now they've just set this offense up in really good position.
The Owl offense is out there to get this drive underway. Their defense came up with a big stop now to see if they can turn it into points. Out wide left to Target. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pick up on the couple.
just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a...
Intercepted! A first-half turnover can swing momentum. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Play action on first down. Left side is Jackson. At the 35, he's open. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver that can do that. That can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Pickup of 5 is now 2nd and 5. And now on 2nd down for this offense.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Wants to go up top on 2nd down. Out wide left, it's Miller. At the 35, he's loose. Big pickup on the play before he's finally stopped, and that carries us into the break and the final 2 minutes coming. The Monarchs come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll move the wide receiver. Caught in the backfield, it's Warren.
So difficult because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's blocking the run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat. Where's the ball? Always trying to find that daggone pick.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
And that last run is just a nice job seeing the hole, exploding through it. He has had a heck of a night. Now with that carry, over 100 yards on the game. That's the mark you really want to hit as a running back, and he's got that here tonight.
Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there and got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. They'll take the penalty and move them back. A first down for the offense. The run inside. It's Miller. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Monarchs! His 3rd touchdown of the game. That's almost half of his total as he now has 7 on the year. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's LaBelle. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
Man, who says you can't run the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Back to pass, it's Collins. Under pressure. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well,
This quarterback has struggled, having already thrown 2 picks. That should have been number 3. Somehow the defender dropped that one. Things not going well for this Q.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Now he's looking into the middle. He got a snap and just dusted the field. On to attempt the try. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish the drive with a 64-yard scoring toss. And he'll bring it back. And the returner is stopped. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Snaps it. They'll throw to start the drive. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season. And, man, you know he's looking for more.
Rashad Downs going up top. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Breaks into the open. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good gain there. They used the chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to throw one first. Fires to the wideout. And he throws another interception. His third of the night. Never really got that return. Breaking to the offensive setup at the 30. They'll break up this drive from the 30-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Collins. Flush to the left. Can hold on in the face of the contact.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Changing the routes with his receiver. Back to throw, time running short in the half. In traffic to Hawkins. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. And the Owls, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line. Drops back on 1st down. He'll take a deep shot here. It's inside the 10. You don't give a hoot. Minnesota State does touchdown Owls.
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time. So get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Corners are going to bail. Using his legs, it's Burnett. There he goes. He's got the 1st down. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot. but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Straight ahead, it's Jackson. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Second down, gonna throw it. Throws to the back. Out wide right, it's Jackson. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. First half in the book. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, notable storylines all across the sport today. So let's roll up our sleeves and get you updated here in Week 6. We begin with the South Carolina Gamecocks taking on the number 10 team, the Georgia Bulldogs.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20.
And it's the Gamecocks able to pull off the upset by just a score. Going to be fun to see how this changes up the rankings. That gets them back above 500. They're now 3-2 on the season. Here now a look at some other games of note today, including a big upset with major implications.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Right side, it's Warren. He'll get a fresh set of downs stopped at the 31-yard line.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you even start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Fresh setter downs going to the air. A strike downfield. Flying down the left side. Inside the... And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, ODU.
It's just a really nice throw. Really good touch towards the sideline on that corner route. And the receiver does a nice job catching the football and immediately getting up the field, getting in the end zone for the big touchdown.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, but not a whole lot of room on that return. Kennesaw State will go on the attack, the offense onto the field. So after watching their defense immediately give up a touchdown drive here in the third quarter, they'll try to answer here. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling here out to the 35. And with that one, he's now over 3 bills for the game.
And there's 2 reasons why, Reese. He's made good decisions, and he's been accurate throwing the football all game long.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Lockett. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast. And they force a negative play.
To the air, it's Collins. Throws quickly. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
When you play zone coverage, and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
They have it at the 43, 3rd and short, trying to avoid making a decision on 4th down. Across the 45. There he goes. Inside the 10. And he'll finish the line at the end zone. Touchdown, Kennesaw State. They'll try to add another
got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now and you score so quickly. It's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being aggressive.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Motion from the wide receiver. 2nd down to the air. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
It seemed like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab over the middle. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. And the Monarchs will go for it on 4th down. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Throws it deep. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see if the offense gets a reprieve. You can grab, but you can't hold on. A defensive holding penalty will give this offense a 1st down. That 4th down penalty feels as if it is really going to be costly, but we're about to find out now. It's 1st and 10. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. DB's right up on the receivers. Sends it back in motion. 2nd down, gonna throw it. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Rolls it in. Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a 1st down. The Monarchs go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Quick give. It's Jackson. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
You got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures. Throws to the wideout. And it's his 4th interception of the game. Takes it back inside the 40. They'll mark him at the 39-yard line, and the interception has set up great field position. Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. With the last drive in for a touchdown, they'll try to do it again on this one. Wiggles free. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw.
some green grass. Nice run to pick up his way for good yardage there. He now has 80 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. Powers inside. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make...
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Needs it here on 4th down. Hauls it in the 1st down and more. Drag to the ground, but not before. He's converted to 4th down to keep the drive going. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own.
A shot toward the end zone. And it's a touchdown. Hold on just a second. We'll have to see what the flag's about. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on the defense, declined, and the touchdown stands. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they close the deal from 43 yards out with a touchdown pass. And he takes this from inside the 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Running inside. It's Miller. He'll push his way out to the 38, pickup of 3.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Rush is on. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
One of the tricky parts with play action for a quarterback is that when you turn your back to the defense to sell a play fake, you have no idea what's going on behind you. You don't know what the coverage is going on with you. You don't know which team alignment have won their one-on-ones. The worst thing is to turn around after the play fake and bam! That defender's right in your face.
He's got it. He gets it out to the 28-yard line. Not enough to pick up the 1st down.
And that's really good tackling by this defense, man.
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. Snapped on 4th down. Looking deep. He's got it in more than enough for a 1st down. Off to the races. At the 20. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Old Dominion.
And I'm pretty sure the card usually tells you to punt in this situation, backed up on your own end. But forget that. We're going to be aggressive. And how about the deep shot down the field on 4th down? You make the play and get the huge explosive touchdown for this offense. Risk it for the biscuit, baby.
Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they close it in style with a 72-yard pass to the house. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. It's inside. It's Ravel. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
You gotta love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Looking for a man. It's Collins. Out wide right, it's Washington. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker.
Now, you've slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most times in those slot positions.
It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
And you see this so much in college football, man. Now, short yard situations, you give it to your QB, you get the extra blocker, and it's just really hard to stop, man, because he still is a thrower, and there's still that threat. But nice job being physical on the line of scrimmage by this offense.
Snap on first down, wants to throw. Lost one deep down the right side. Leaping grab for a big gain. No mid-season goals for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. 15-point lead, going for 2 here. If they get it, it'll be a 3-possession game. Wants to pass. Look out! Into the end zone he goes for the 2, and now they lead by 3 possessions.
And that's what makes this guy so dynamic. Not only is he good using his legs out in the field, but down here close to the goal line, if things aren't open, he can get it in himself running it, and they do for 2 points.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. From the gun, it's Jackson. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Back to pass on second down. Left side, it's Jackson. And he's brought down after a nice gain. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Fresh set of downs going up top. Unloads to the wideout. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. Trying to take it back. And he is brought down. What a way to finish this quarter with the pick. We've reached the break. It's Kennesaw State on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Wants to throw. It's Collins. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end.
And down he goes back at the 3.
Receivers right now aren't getting open. We got to do a better job offensively of trying to create opportunities for them. So use motion, get some stack releases, create that separation, slant routes, outbreaking routes. Just give your quarterback a chance.
They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Back's going for the goal line. And the punishment has been extended. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming into this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stops right there. So Old Dominion's offense hopes this drive holds some promise. He's thrown pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. The run inside. It's Jackson. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play. And the Monarchs in the hurry-up.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. Moving quickly, trying to rattle the D.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there through the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big third down conversion by this offense.
The Monarchs have it with a 1st and 10.
Get you some of that. And with that completion, now he's over 400 yards on the day. That's a really, really good game for this quarterback. He's been almost flawless.
Release to the back. With the catch, it's Jackson. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive. And you can see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll send the back in motion. Wants to go up top on 2nd down. Caught over the middle. It's Whitley. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. And the Monarchs, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
Hey, guys, I'm trying to find a way to be up here and be positive. And I guess here's how I'm going to be positive. At least the other team didn't catch it because he's thrown it to the other team a lot today. It's been a struggle in the passing game. I'm not sure, guys, if it's not.
And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Monarchs!
Here in the second half of this game, you're trailing, David. No surprise there. You got to throw the ball to the guys that are making plays for you. He had already had a touchdown catch. That's number 2 now. And if they're going to get back in this game, they got to keep throwing him the ball.
Amen. I mean, keep finding him. He keeps making plays, keeps catching the football. And listen, when you find that matchup outside that works, that you can depend on, I don't blame quarterbacks for going back to them time and time again.
And he'll just take it in. This drive will start at the 25. The Owls offense comes out ready to go to work. How good have they been the last couple of drives? Took a close game, turned it into a blowout, and they have the football back. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he'll skip his way out of bounds after a short gain, making sure he doesn't take any unnecessary punishment.
And we've seen this several times now. Like, he is more than willing to take off and make plays. And you can tell the defense is starting to adjust a little bit. They see it. They know it's a pass, but they had eyeballs on him. And as soon as he took off, they ran to him, and they made sure they got him on the ground.
On the run, fires downfield. That one's not even close. Not sure exactly what went haywire there, but the timing was just off.
And that's your job as a defense, right? You got to find a way to disrupt the timing and jam wide receivers or get to the quarterback and make him feel uncomfortable, but you can't let that timing be easy and effortless. Nice job by the defense.
Quarterback changing the play. To the air, it's Collins. He uncorks a bullet to the right. He's got it on the outside.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. The snap wants to start the drive with a pass. Out wide left, it's Miller. Looking for room at the 40. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. The Monarchs come to the line in the hurry-up. Wants Has to throw on first. Fires to the wideout. Nearly another interception. It'll be second down.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force it.
Going over the top. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third. Boy, guys, they got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive. But now a couple of incompletions leaves them in a hole. Defense a little too eager. That's an encroachment penalty, 5 yards for the offense. How aggressive might this play call be on third and short from the 46? The corners are walked up tight. He's not afraid to go deep. It's broken up. They took a shot, and he was equal to the challenge to knock it away.
And that didn't look like it was the right read. Like you got to be smart as a quarterback, make the right decisions. And I know he's a go-to guy, and he's already had success on the day. But sometimes you can force it in when it's just not there. That was really good coverage. I know he's good, but be smart with the football and don't try to force it into closed windows.
Rush right in his face. Unloaded just as he throws. It's incomplete, and they stop him on fourth down.
Tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like it's going to make me have to throw the football, be more aggressive, and this offense doesn't come through for their team, and now they're going to really need their defense to get some stops here in this football game in the fourth quarter.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances, and that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
A 3-yard gain there. It'll be 3rd and 7.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. We're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a fourth down.
Man, that is such great third down defense. Seeing the football, breaking on the football, knowing where he's at, because he's probably going to get that first down, but nice timing. Sometimes guys get there just a little bit early, get the pass interference, but that was right on time to make the hit and dislodge that football.
Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. The defense got the stop. They could have used a few more of those earlier. Still a big deficit here late. Buying time to his right. Rolling right and going deep. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line. And the offense takes the field, ready to go back to work. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. He's past the marker. He's now over the century mark with 102 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. They've got it inside the 30 at the 28, first down. They'll give it to him again. Defense holds their ground, pickup of a yard. It's at the 26.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
Second and long here. Pulls it on the option. Oh, he's got some space. And he's tackled, stopped at the 14. They'll move the chains. They've got a first down in the red zone.
I sometimes as a quarterback, you just need to take the game over yourself. You need points to win, and it's going to come down to you throwing it or maybe running it like you just saw there to get that done.
From the red zone, it's LaBelle.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they built this lead. They've had a great day today.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5.
And there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop them. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the well. They're going to have to figure some things out. Practice this week, I can promise you, will not be a lot of fun with these coaches.